Seventh grade parents. It's Mr. Barry here from the top of Mount Everest. I just wanted to let you know how we did this week in class. It's freezing up here, 29,000 feet. Well, last week we finished talking about North Korea. And this week, the kids, we ascended up Everest. And we did so this week because in May, that's generally when the crews start ascending Mount Everest. And the summit begins. So the tourism industry in Nepal is massive because of Everest. And this is the first time in over 30 years there will be 0 attempts at summiting Everest at all. So, sorry, I'm not acclimatized to this kind of altitude. Anyways, some of the things we talked about was just how much money it costs to get to Everest, the cost of the trip itself, how Everest became a climbers-only place to a place where anyone can do it so long as you can write a check for $11,000 to get the permit. But I hope you have about $50,000 to $70,000 to buy the gear. It's not cheap. We watched a couple of National Geographic flicks on summiting Everest. We talked about how pollution and the human impact on Mount Everest is just massive, and how all of a sudden Everest is becoming not only just a primitive place anymore, but now it's becoming just dominated by tourists, and how it's completely ruining the Nepalese tourism and leisure industries, and now how the Sherpas are having to pay the price. Anyways, it was a great unit. Next week, we'll be talking about transboundary pollution and climate change. We're going to look at the Chernobyl disaster from 1986 and nuclear pollution. We're also going to talk about climate change and what climate change is, and also how global warming and climate change, not only they go hand in hand, but what they are, and how we're impacting that, and what the impact climate change is having on the world. We're going to talk about the Paris Agreement and why countries join or leave the agreement, and how the United States also impacts climate change in these international agreements. We're also going to take a look at why some people don't think climate change is real, and why some people believe climate change is not man-made or not impacted by man. So we're going to be talking about that for the next week and a half. Right now, I'm going to let you guys go. I got to make my way down the mountain before it gets too bad up here. I hope everyone had a good week. And Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm going to make my way back down. Be good.